Namaste and welcome to the December 2019 Ascension Energy Forecast. I am Sri Ram.
And I am Kira Ra, and we're offering you a great big hello from India and are delighted to be bridging around this beautiful planet to call forward this extraordinary moment with you. Hey, sit down, relax, take a breath. This is a big moment. Let's dive into it.
So December is bringing forward a ripening and a wonderful energy that we're going to describe in detail in a moment. But this energy began in November because in November we brought forward that clarity of choice, or we brought forward the choice and you aren't yet fully conscious of it.
Yeah, and that's a really important point, Sri, because guys, let's just say it. This is an illuminated mastery awareness moment. Now, Sri and I have shared often that the way energy cycles, the way that we move through our energy is always in 3 steps, and it's a never responding cycle. Whether you go up or down, it's always that spiral of energy, and it always floats with awareness. Then we move to experience, then we move to choice. So the gift of this month of December 2019 is that this is a illuminated mastery awareness moment. Now, what does that mean? It means that the energy of the month, it's amazing, is courage, strength, and support.
So consider this for a moment. Courage, strength, and support actually radiate into this month as a unified nourishment, you could call it. And this is why I opened up reminding you about the November energy, because
the choice.
as we start living our authentic choice, if we're doing that consciously and claiming it, the energy of December is going to magnify.
Well, because it's a radiation. So remember that. This is this incredible month that carries the awareness energy, but the radiation is courage, strength, and support. Now, what does that mean? Well, we are in a culmination month as well, and it's fascinating that 2019 culminates with awareness, right? And so remember that 2019 was a year of lotus energy. And what happens with a lotus? Very, very simply, I find it great we're here in India where there's lotuses everywhere, but a lotus comes up out of the mud. It comes up out of the muck. It comes up out of the mire. And sometimes it's got to really work hard to get up there, and you go, is that a lotus? And sure enough, it's coming up. But the lotus doesn't stop. The lotus keeps coming up. It grows through it. It doesn't say, I can't handle this. It says, I will bloom through it. And so the culmination of 2019 is igniting this blooming, Sri was sharing this blooming lotus energy of illumination of everything without exception.
So consider that for a moment.
Oh, yeah.
To illuminate everything is once again reminding us that the gift is about all can be ignited. All can be illuminated.
Yeah, absolutely. And so the journey into this depth of divine awareness of 2019 is the gift, and it is honestly a gift, my angels, that is being laid before you now as you start gazing into the coming year. And that was why Sri and I really wanted to release this video on what we call Thanksgiving, right? Because it is a moment of thanks and a moment of giving, which calls in greater love. Because the mastery experience of 2020 is actually beginning with the December 1 cycle, and it's aligned with the energy of the dragonfly.
And the dragonfly is such a beautiful metaphor for this energy, because as 2019 was indeed the blooming lotus of awareness, the dragonfly is dancing lotus to lotus.
I love the dance.
Weaving these energies together into this crystalline gateway of opportunity.
Now, I want to stop right here. Take that in. Opportunity. December is rich with opportunity. And what's uniquely exciting about December is that it's one energy. It's a solitary energy. However, it's going to cycle over and over again until you gift yourself. Remember all these gifts coming forward, right? Until you gift yourself with the gift of stepping out of the illusion of the experience that will be before everything and claim that November choice. So That's really important to talk about, Sri,
Well,
because
yes.
there is this, you're going to need to step out of the illusion of the experience of December.
And to underscore that, remember,
Please.
we touched into the November brought forward the opportunity to be clear, to make a choice, to align in your authenticity.
Right.
Now, December is with all of this wonderful magnification coming forward. People could get lost in their experiences.
I just lost
That-
my breath
that's-
hearing you say that.
That's the illusion of the experience. And
Right.
density itself with this amplification is going to provide you with many distractions
Yeah,
that
many.
you could lose yourself into.
Right.
Until we step out of this illusion of being in the theater, call it, and claim our November authentic choice. So this magnificent opportunity is igniting everyone and everywhere. And so it's very important that we call forward the November choice with clarity, because your authenticity is going to get a boost.
Now, even though December is one rich energy, and remember, courage, strength, support,
Yes.
it will have these cycles. And so let's talk about the cycles. There's some important dates to know. And before we dive into these dates, guys, remember, Sri and I offer expansion of all this material, especially this weekend. You absolutely, if you're catching us live, please, what day is Saturday, Sri? I don't even know. Is it the 30th?
I believe it is.
I think it's the 30th. So you want to go watch the December 30th Explore the Mystery, November 30th Explore the Mysteries radio show with Sri and I. You can grab that at onenesstalkradio.com or over at our YouTube channel, Oneness Talk Radio. And you also want to make sure that you watch the December 1 Sri and Kira Live, the voice of passionate action, also over at Oneness Talk Radio, or of course you can grab that at official Sri and Kira, this same YouTube station you're watching this video right now.
And just for clarity, every week on our radio shows, which are video and audio radio shows, we expand upon the monthly energy.
Right.
We bring it down, right into the practical living your life level of it. So it's really important to use both to support you.
And that's why we do it. So, hey, let's dive into it right now. So as we mentioned again, I just want to start over. December is one rich energy. Remember, we are in a moment of illuminated mastery, awareness. The new moon of November, that November 26th new moon anchored that November 26th through November 30th, really paying attention to the illuminated choice. That illumination came in, of course, with that November 12th full moon, and it's permanent. So this is our first full month of illuminated mastery awareness with the radiation of courage, strength, and support. So let's dive into that and how that opportunity will unveil. December 1 through 7 is the first cycle. Now, this is really extraordinary because as the shadow of that Mercury retrograde from November finally retreats, remember on the 7th, it's really going to be fully retreated. What's happened is that the anchored illumination is shining. I love it, Sri.
And so this is a wonderful collective Ikigai moment.
Yeah.
We are entering into the moment of resurrection so that you may fully receive.
Now, really breathe that, guys. Really, the moment of resurrection so that you can fully receive.
And I want to just remind you that we talked about the Ikigai when in the lineage holders workshops that were conducted last June and July. And for those of you that may not have participated, Ikigai means a reason for being.
Let me put in right here, guys, here you're staring at right now an Ikigai chart.
And the word Ikigai is usually used to indicate where is the source of value in one's life. That is, the things that make your life worthwhile. And translated into English, this roughly means the thing that you live for, or the reason for which you wake up in the morning.
And so as you're seeing on the chart right now, there are all these different aspects, but they all come together. And so when we give ourselves the gift and say yes, right? Ikigai is very individual. And so for those of you that were with us in July or June and July for the lineage holders, this is the moment to revisit all of that. And for those of you that weren't, play with the chart this month, see what you discover,
Yes.
and have some fun with it. I will share that Shri and I, since we have really said yes to our Ikigai, the reverse aging that happens is extraordinary. And as a matter of fact, that actually has been theorized as being a reason. Of course, Ikigai is a Japanese experience, but especially over in Okinawa, this has been considered to be very much a reason for longevity, is the Ikigai experience. So why not look at your Ikigai experience? What's the passion that's waking you up in the
Yes.
morning? What's the illumination?
When your passion, when your spiritual purpose, when all of these powerful elements are lined up into an authentic expression of choice,
Yeah.
you're on your mission. It's rocket fuel.
And we hope we're modeling that for you right now. And I got to tell you, it's been a kick. So, hey, let's go to second cycle. Second cycle is December 8th through the 20th. Now, this is the cycle that will fully expose the pyramid of spiritual awakening around you. And if you don't know what that is, we're going to put up a graphic right now. But it will also reflect, because remember, we're in this illuminated moment, so everything's illuminated. So it's going to reflect everything that's actually calling out to you.
Now, this means that the choice from November will be on full display.
Woo!
And actually, that's kind of good news, because so often we need to have our choices mirrored back to us through the environment,
Right.
because the soul's clarity often is not fully recognized by the lens of our conscious mind. So this is a wonderful thing. The choice of November will be on full display, and this is the time to honor the cycle of gratitude, giving, and receiving as the mastery claimed and the opportunity anchored.
Now, those of you staring at the pyramid of spiritual awakening, you're going to see that gratitude cycle there, right? You see that? That's between what we look at as spiritual activism into ascension awareness. We are going to be talking about all of this on our shows. Watch the shows, tune into the shows. If you can't be there live, watch the rebroadcast, because there's a lot more to say about what's going on in December. And it brings us to that final cycle. Remember, this is one cycle, and it's going to just either repeat or amplify, and that is December 21 through the 30th. And yes, I said that correctly. We're going to talk about the new year in just a moment.
So this final cycle brings forward the deep reflection, the opportunity to choose, to be in the energy of choice comes forward during this time. And the culminating moments of 2019 will offer an amplification of the energies that are present.
So what do you want to amplify, right? Remember, we're pulling it all together. This was an extraordinary year. It was the lotus coming up through the muck and saying, I am blooming. And so this is where it brings us to December 31, because December 31 is going to stand alone. And speaking of it standing alone, I hope you join us December 31. Shri and I will be back at Tosa Blue Mountain Sanctuary in Ecuador. We will be doing on YouTube Official Shri and Kira. We will be broadcasting live. We will be offering an ensoulment and a lot of information.
Now, it will be important that you register for this event, even though it's free, because we're going to send you material in advance. There's going to be some handouts. It's an amazing New Year's. We'll be celebrating our soul's mission.
Whoa!
We'll be having ceremony together, and we will receive the divine wisdom of this cosmic connection.
So, Shri, if they want to register, how would they do that?
Just go to shriandkira.com. There will be a link on the homepage.
Right on the homepage. We're going to make sure it's really easy when you see it. As a matter of fact, let's just put it right up in the very top. So it'll be there in the very top. Register to join us live so that we can send you the maximum amount of materials. And so December 31 is going to stand alone. This New Year's, and I love how Shri was just demonstrating, right? This New Year's energy is simultaneously an out-breath and an in-breath. I want you to feel that. Yeah, just really hang there. It's that still point. It is the still point of illumination as one divine presence within. It is this beautiful intersection of the active principles of saying yes and moving forward. So it's really extraordinary.
You know, and as we just take in the opportunity of what's going on in December, remember that on sunrise, December 1,
Woo! So if you're catching us live right now on Thanksgiving and love,
be ready, because on sunrise, December 1, the gift of 2020 actually begins, and the moment at hand calls out to all of those who are ready to say yes.
now breathe that in. Shri and I have so much more to share about this month. We once again invite you to join us at Explore the Mysteries on Saturdays. We are live at noon Pacific time over at onenesstalkradio.com or our YouTube channel, Oneness Talk Radio. And on Sunday at, I did just the opposite, didn't I? Saturdays we're at 1 p.m.
Good catch.
And Sundays we are at noon Pacific time at Official Shri and Kira right here at YouTube, or of course over at Oneness Talk Radio. And we do want to share with all of you that this is a moment to say yes. It is a moment rich with opportunity and an illuminated radiation of courage, of strength, and of support. We have a lot more to share. Thanks for joining us right now.
Namaste.